Hey guys, we have to start in this moment, right? Our class. Thank you for being here early morning, right? I see some people right over here. Morning, morning. Can you listen to me? Yes, right. Excellent.
Mm.
Very good. Thank you for letting me know that. So we have to start in this moment our class, right? We're gonna be working in some interesting topics. Number one, we have to continue with the minimal pairs. Number two, but the minimal pairs reference to consonant sound, right? Number two, we have to study intonation, and at the end, as as it is like a custom for us, right? We have to put into practice our topics into the topic test. So I hope you like this lesson, right? And I hope you learn something new from this class. This is the purpose, right? That you can learn something new, that you can understand that what you are learning this moment, this year, right? This semester will be very helpful for you maybe in 2 years. This is why you have to pay attention, you have to stay in every class, or if you're not in a class, right, you have to um, watch the recorded videos. This is your own formation, remember. So let's start because of the time, and I can see just 14 people connected. So got it. I will be sending right now screenshot to your classmates because it's time, right? Maybe they are sleeping, and I hope nobody is at the university right now. I sent to you some messages yesterday because I want to avoid this. I remember that last year I did the same, right? I asked my student to attend the class simultaneously, and some student went to the university because they didn't pay attention to the invitation. But let's start with this. Let me see. Okay, this is our topic for this class, right? It says intonation and minimal pairs, part two, right? Word stress review. I know that you are very familiar with the word stress. Maybe we're not gonna be working on it. Just about intonation and minimal pairs. Remember that today we have to continue talking about minimal pairs. You have to remember what the minimal pair is, right? The last day, I mean, the last Saturday, I explained to you the difference between minimal pairs and polysemies, right? You learned that from polysemies that are words that are spelled the same, right? Pronounced the same, but have different kind of meanings. And a minimal pair is just something different because in here you have this explanation, the same explanation from the last day. Here you find a minimal pair is two words uh that had that common or similar sound, right? Very similar when you pronounce the word, but it's having a different meaning. So this is something that you have to memorize, right, or keep in your mind every day or every time you have to explain something like this. Another thing is that our laboratory will be assigned from this coming Saturday. You will be having 2 weeks to do it. Don't worry, you're gonna be having enough time to do it. The, our laboratory will be performed in groups of 3 students, so you have to think right about your classmates. In this time, you're not gonna be working in five. You have to be working in groups of 3 students. So just take into account. So this is something that we already studied the last day, right? The minimal pairs. Remember, the minimal pairs are words that have similar sound, not the same sound, right? But similar, and they are having different kind of meanings or uses, right? Because it's not the same to use cut and goat, or the word off and off. Today we have to study this, right? We have to make this distinction about the word off and off. This is something, or this is a common error um, done by many students or many people, right, who are learning this second language. It is very common. So continue with our uh, class. This is something from the last day, right? It says right here, these pairs have nothing to do with spelling or meaning. The words sound similar, but they don't mean the same. This is minimal pair, right? They might be spelled very differently, but the actual sounds called phonemes will be quite similar. Or the two words um, in a minimal pair might be spelled very similarly with just one different letter, like in the example in here, right? Cats and hats. So I think you don't have any problem to understand the concept because if I ask this right on our meter exam number 2, you will be very capable to write the correct concepts, I think, right? Because we have been working on this from the last Saturday. And also, please remember and keep working right on it or studying is about the water stress. Remember the water stress, right? I explained to you about the water stress that in English we don't have any comma. I mean, sorry, we don't have any tilde, right? But we have the word stress. And I explained to you that if you're having a noun, you have to, or the word stress is found in the first syllable. I explained to you the difference between an Spanish syllable, right, and an English syllable, which is very different. You don't have to say the same information because if you say that, you're going to be confusing your student in your class. Let me see what else I told you the last day. Well, we studied, right? We studied these just the vowel sounds the last day, and you were participating. I know, you were reading, you were trying to say the words, you were doing your best, and I appreciate that when you participate, when you are doing that. It's okay. Well, now we are 20 students and 21 with me. We are more right now. Let me see. I will be sharing another screenshot to your classmate because they are not in the class in this moment. I don't know why. Let me see. Okay, continue. Please please stay in the class, right? I know that the minimum pairs are so easy, and I know maybe that you are thinking, well, this is not a complicated topic, but what I want you to to discover is that this topic seems to be so easy. But when you study this topic on the TOEFL test, you find it very different. You will see it today because every part of the listening skills is studied through skills, right? It's studied through abilities. If you are not able to develop these abilities, maybe you're not gonna be able to get the correct score. And everything starts since now, not in 2 years, right? Because this is a big problem with many students or many people who are studying English. They think that they have to start, right, studying um, some skills or some topics to pass the TOEFL test in 2 years or when they are about to finish the career. No, this is not okay, right? You have to start now. You have to start learning for now how to do it because it's very expensive. Let me tell you, it's very expensive. I know some teacher who teach the tougher skills, and this is very expensive. Sometimes this is not so difficult. What you have to do is just to pay attention to ask your teacher, right? If you have any problem to understand, just ask, and that's okay. So continue. Today we have to study this, right? Consonants, sounds in minimal pairs, intonation, and at the end, we're having some examples using the TOEFL test about this topic. Please don't go away, right? Stay in the class because you will see something different at the end. And And I told you yesterday that you have to get ready your papers, right? You have to download the PDF I uploaded yesterday for this class because you will need it. And you will need it because I'm not gonna be able to reproduce the audios and to show you the book rights at the same time. That's why you have to get it with you. If you haven't downloaded, please do it in this moment because we will need it. We will be working on it at the end of the class. This is our activity. And another important thing is the evaluation you're having right over there. It says formative. It means that's not gonna be part of our um, formal evaluation, right? Or objective evaluation, the one you see in the platform. I just want to clarify this because sometimes when students are failing the subject, they say, but I got a 10 in this activity. And this it says evaluation, but they don't understand, right? That the word formative means no evaluation, right? It's just a practice. Okay, just the name, right? To say formative evaluation, but it means practice that your teacher provides to you to help you to continue working on the same topic, to help you to continue exploring the same lesson, right? It's just about this. It's not about uh, to subtract a score from that evaluation and to write it on the platform. No, it's not the purpose, right? It's just for helping you to continue working well. Our evaluation is available from yesterday until tomorrow midnight. So if you haven't taken, you can do it after this class or tomorrow, right? It's the option. It's up to you. But the most important is that you can take it because if you take it, you will be getting familiar with this topic, right? You will be understanding the importance of these topics on the topic test. Okay, so let's get started with this one. Today I haven't downloaded the recorder, right? Audios, so we're not gonna be listening on it because the minimal pairs and consonant sounds are easier than the vowels ones. You can see it right over here. You find here two different kind of words, two different kind of consonants, the B and V. You got it? B and V. Uh, Sometimes when you are into a conversation and you don't know, right, how to distinguish these kind of consonants, you tend to get confused, or if you're taking an exam to get an incorrect answer, or maybe if you want to, or if you have to listen to a dictation, you're not able to write correctly the word because you haven't familiar with the pronunciation, right? But you have to take just one thing into account, that the first word is pronounced like p, like your two lips together, right? In the second one, you have to put your teeth in your upper lips, and that's it. Our concept here says that the P has the same mouth position as P, right? Because they are plosive. But using your voice, try saying P and then holding your neck to make sure this is just a concept you can follow, right? And then you have the V, has the same mouth shape as F, right? It's very similar because, as I said, you have to put your teeth um, in your upper um, lips. In this way, you can find the correct pronunciation of this word, right? Here you find some examples like ban and them, but and but, beer and beer, boat and boat. They are very similar in sound, right? What you have to do is just to be careful of your pronunciation and your intonation, right? And obviously about the context in the conversation, especially when you have to listen to some specific conversation. Sometimes you have to, for example, in the TOEFL test, you have to discover where the conversation is taking place, right? Or you have to discover um, the kind of people or the kind of person. I mean, is talking to the audience. Maybe the person will be a professor or just a classmate or someone, and this person is using some keywords like these ones. And if you are not getting familiar with the pronunciation or the context, maybe you can get it incorrect, right? The answers. So the second one is the B and P, right? Like in buy and pie. The main difference between B and P is that B is a voiced sound, whereas P is just produced by the puff of air. Also, B is pronounced with less air released than P. And this can sometimes be a more useful distinction, right? Well, let me see. I want to ask to you, right? Help me with this because remember, you are the center of the classroom, as the theory said, right? That you were the most important part in this lesson, you student. Let me see, Douglas, Ariel. Can you please, Douglas, Ariel, just read the examples?
Of course. Okay. B, bar, pa, b, p, big, pig, buy, pie, buy, pie, buy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for helping me to read. And it's okay because you read it using maybe at the very beginning, right? If you know it, guys, Douglas is using some short pronunciation, is acceptable. But I think you have to follow the long one in here because if you read it using the long pronunciation, you can understand, right, the lesson because it says B and P, but bar and pa, right? Douglas said this here correctly, but in here you have to say B and P, big, big, by pie, by pie, sorry, and by pie. Very similar, right? Very similar in pronunciation, but in meanings very different. So the next one says right over here, well, I think you are very familiar with these two ones, right? The N and eng, because the first one is just a simple N, as you can see in the examples. The second one is the combination of N and G. So, and I explained to you how to rewrite the, some verbs in simple past, like in here. So you find band and band, hand in hand, sing and sing. Remember you had to pronounce like ng, sang and sang, wing and wing, and so on, right? This is not so difficult, I think. What you have to remember about these symbols, because we have been working with the simple, the one we studied the last, or I mean, the first period, right, at the very beginning of this semester, but we have been working with the symbols now studied as minimal pairs, if you had noticed, right? So this is, I think this is the most important part, that you can see the symbols, that you can see how can you use the symbols in some examples instead of just writing words, because um, I don't want to criticize, right, the method or the techniques from all teachers, because I try to be very respectful, believe me. But I don't agree when teachers just assign a lot of homework, right? For example, for me, it's very like easy to tell you now, guys, you have to just um, let me see, present an exposition, right, about the minimal pair. So I have to be assigning to you a piece, right, and you have to look for the sounds, the symbols, and some examples. But I think this is not correct. I provide to you, right, the information, but you have to do one thing because it's very important to study. Because if you are not studying, believe me, you're gonna be passing because at the end you're gonna pass. For me, it's not like a create, let me know, how can I say this? Uh, for me, it's not like a big reward, right? Let my student fail my subject because this is not the purpose. The purpose is that you can learn something from the subject. You can finish the subject and say, well, I learned this in phonetics. I learned minimal pairs, intonation, for example, in this second period, right? Word stress and rhythm. I learned it. Whoa, I learned some skill from the TOEFL test. Sing from the minimal pairs. This is very interesting. You see? Because one day you will be teaching this, right? So continue. Sorry. Here you find the L and R, like alive and arrive. Very similar, but not like this one, right? Or like this one. You can distinguish more the L and the R in here. Well, it's something you have to remember, guys, is this. When you find double consonant, right? You have to pronounce that double consonant as one. I know that some of you are very skillful in this, right? Because I asked it to you, I guess, I remember some weeks ago, and some of you were able to tell me, well, you find two, right? Two same consonants. I mean, two words like consonant, but they are the same, like double R in here, or double N, or double L. You have to pronounce like one, right? Like spelling, like arrive in here, and some other words. So you can see right over here, the L is like in alive, right? And arrive. I think this is not a big deal. Here you find some examples like fly, fry, light, right, long, and wrong. I guess when you're watching this, you can say, "Wow, this is so easy," right? Maybe, maybe. But if you have a question or if you don't understand something, please let me know it. Okay. Remember this symbol. This symbol is applicable in this example like catch, right? And you have this one like cat, because the T and ch in this case are very similar in sound, but just similar, right? Not too close, but very similar. That's it. And you can see here some examples like catch and cat, ouch and out, watch and what. Well, they are having very similar sounds, not too close, right? But they have similar sounds. I think you don't have any problem to understand this first one, right? Or you have any problem? Are you understanding? Can you please write in the chat? Because I feel so alone, right? When you don't write anything. Can you please confirm you are understanding? You have noted, guys. We have been working with the symbols. Every symbol, right? From the consonant ones and from the vowel ones too. Excellent. Yo creo que esto hasta les puede parecer algo aburrido, de hecho. Los símbolos ahí están, el contenido y todo, pero al final de la clase se van a dar cuenta de la importancia de practicar los minimal pairs. Ahí les voy a mostrar. Veamos. Here you find this one as well, like should write C and she. Or you find this symbol as well. And the purpose is you can understand the difference of these, right? See the example. See, she, sit, shipped. See, she, suck, shuck, sorry. The last one. So it's the same, right? And you find this one. Well, fan and van, fairy and very. Lo que tienen que saber prácticamente de esas dos consonantes es que los labios superiores, ¿verdad? Espérame. Los dientes superiores, perdón. Los dientes superiores deben de tocar los labios inferiores cuando pronuncian V, porque si no lo hacen así, pueden sonar como la B, ¿verdad? Y pueden decir B. Así que y la B es explosiva, no puede ser. Entonces, tenemos que colocar nuestros dientes superiores en el labio inferior y listo, para pronunciar bien esto. Quiero que vean el último ejemplo. Vamos a preguntarle a alguien aquí que nos lee el último ejemplo. Le preguntamos a un caballero y le vamos a preguntar a una señorita. Remember that in my classes, I ask to you, right, a lot. I motivate you to practice because you have to, let me see, Celine, the morning girl. Can you please, Eileen, pronounce the last example, last two ones, right? The last two words.
Okay, of.
Very good. Si notaron la pronunciación de la compañera, que es correcta, hay que tener cuidado con esto, ¿verdad? Yo he escuchado a mucha gente que dice, a los dos les dice off, y eso no es así. La primera sí va a ser off, ¿ok? Doble F, sí vamos a pronunciarlo así, off, pero la segunda no. La segunda va a tener pronunciación de V, ¿ok? Y lo van a pronunciar of. Por ejemplo, a lot of, no van a decir a lot of, ¿ok? Van a decir all of, no van a decir all of. Cuidado con eso, ¿verdad? A part of, no a part of. Ojo. Continue. Okay. The same, right? The same consonant F and the H. Why the H? Remember that the H in English can be pronounced or not. Can be silent or can be pronounced. Like in the example you have in over there. Fair and hair. Hole and hole. Far and ha. Head and head. Feel and heel. And feel and he. Si notaron ahí, no es muy complicado. Es que verlo así no es complicado. Ver el ejemplo ahí, para nada, ¿verdad? Yo sé que le entiende la mayoría de los que están acá, que pueden estar hasta durmiendo. Yo estaría durmiéndome, la verdad, porque se entiende, está sencillo. Me ponen los dos ejemplos ahí, fair and hair, y sí, sí, está fácil, ¿verdad? Pero ya distinguirlo en una conversación, especialmente con un nativo hablante, eso requiere de práctica, no es así tan sencillo como lo que parece acá. Y tampoco es que le estoy diciendo que es imposible, ¿verdad? Para nada. No vayan a pensar, no les estoy diciendo que es imposible cuando hablamos con alguien extranjero o en el caso de lo que ustedes se van a enfrentar y a lo que trato de llevarles, ¿verdad? No sé, quizás les estoy metiendo bastante presión en eso, pero es porque así nos dijeron al inicio del ciclo, que los pusiéramos a leer, no que los pusiéramos a leer, eh, como les digo, alguna revista o algo así, no, algo más allá, como científico, académico, journals, academic articles, y lo hemos estado haciendo. De hecho, tuvieron una lectura la semana pasada, hoy traigo listenings, grammar, tal vez les enseña un poquito de grammar en el último, porque vamos a ver morfología, pero lo dudo, la verdad, lo dudo. Pero listening sí. Ok, continue. Y se van a ir dando cuenta que el listening, que es una de las partes más costosas, a veces solo requiere de habilidad. De eso de todo, habilidad. So continue. Well, this one, right? Remember that you were like studying this symbol, right? And you discover that it can be pronounced like um, the, right? And here you find some example. Deaf and deaf, thought and doubt, and for and thou. And here you find this concept. It says both sounds are unvoiced, meaning that you can make the sound just blowing out air without needing to use your voice. F has the same mouth position And then you find the symbol, right? This one that says you can practice the, by making sure your tongue touches a finger placed on your lips when you say the words below. Okay, same right, but in here you find yes. Remember that yes is pronounced like s, not as or s. Okay, and examples face and faith, force and forth, and so on. Let me see. Okay, then you have this one. Oh, this one you find the pronunciation of D, right? It's very similar to the, the ones that we don't have in the Spanish, right? Language, like we don't have in the Spanish language, but this one we have it. Then and zen, and with and with. Very similar, right? Okay, let me see. Then you have this one, H and K and keys, right? Sich and cis, stage and stays, wage and ways, watching was. Okay, that's it. Let me see. So you can see here, I have um gathered many information to you about the minimal pairs, but we are gonna be stopping right now with this topic, and we have to continue with this one. Now we have to start intonation. Let me ask you, right? If you wanna participate, activate your microphone, you can do it. But if you wanna write something, do it as well. For you, what is intonation? Can you please say something about this? You can write it, or you can.
Mister, I think that intonation is when at the moment of speaking, the tone of voice like goes higher and lower.
Okay, nice, very good. Intonation is, as the classmate said, right? The moment you're speaking is how you pronounce the words in a sentence. To study this, right, we have to study first the sentences that we have in English. How they sound, yes, rise and fall while we speak. Very good. The rising and falling intonation, exactly. Let me explain to you, right? I don't know if I explain this, believe me, I don't remember it. If I explain this with you, but but I have to right now once again because everything is connected. Remember that we are studying linguistic, right? In this topic is related to how we moderate our voice at the time speaking. Very good, excellent. That's the easy part, right? To say that. But now let me ask to you, right? This is my whiteboard. Remember, I'm using this as my whiteboard. Wait a minute. Um, this one, yes. Okay. Can you please let me know? I don't know if I asked you this one, right? Because when you're studying intonation, you have to study this first. Can you please let me know the four ones that we have in English? We have four, right? This is not grammar. Let me tell you, this is not grammar, okay? This is intonation. Can you please let me know the four kind of sentences if you know that? Please don't Google it, right? If you don't know it, don't worry, okay? There are some people who are right, interrogative. Excellent. What else? This is the second one, right? This is the second one. The first one, you haven't told me the first one. Let me see. Okay, you have just remember interrogative sentence, exclamatory. No le dije esto entonces al inicio del ciclo. Si no lo recuerdan, creo que no se los dije. No, la compound sentence no entra aquí. Bueno, ya dijeron exclamatory. Very good. Nice. What else? La compound no puede ser. Exclamatory, excellent. But we're missing two, right? Me deben dos aquí, porque son cuatro. Let me see, we didn't talk about the topic. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Demonstrative. No, negative tampoco entra. No puede negative ahí. Bien, declarative, yes. Excellent. And we're missing one, right? No podemos decir negative or positive because every of these sentences have negative and positive. Ok. Ya ellas ya lo traen. La declarativa es positiva y negativa. La interrogativa es positiva y negativa. La exclamativa también. Y the command ones, excellent. The command ones. ¿Cómo se le llama la command ones? Esa es, correcto. The one that gets you an order, excellent. Okay, this one is called imperative
Imperative.
sentence. Very good. Imperative sentence. Excellent. So we had four, right? Excellent. So now, sorry, what is this? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Cómo lo conocen ustedes? Pero no me lo vayan a googlear. De lo que han aprendido en estos años, de verdad. No es necesario, esto no es una evaluación que les estoy evaluando y les voy a poner una nota. No, estamos nada más haciendo algo que se le conoce como scaffolding, ¿verdad? Que es extraer de sus mentes lo que han venido estudiando con sus maestros anteriores. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Cómo conocen? Porque para entender la entonación hay que entender las cuatro tipos de oraciones. Ojo, no es gramática, es hablar, ¿verdad? Es speaking. Y listening, al mismo tiempo estamos del speaking y el listening, porque en el examen vienen estas cosas. Ajá. What is this? No one? Okay. Okay, nice. I am reading, right? It makes a statement. Okay. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. Ojo, miren, inicia con una mayúscula y termina con un punto. Simplemente, esta es una S minúscula. Simplemente es una oración. Sorry. ¿Verdad? Es una oración simple. Por ejemplo, ahí me ponía en el chat. Permítame, lo voy a volver a ver. Ponían, ok, sorry, they are, creo que esta era, si no me equivoco. They are getting. No es así, ponían, they are married. Ellos están casados. They get married. Ok, whatever, right? Dejemos esta, they are married, right? Están casados. Esta oración es una oración, fíjense bien, esta oración es una oración declarativa. Tiene una mayúscula, ok. Tiene una mayúscula y tiene un punto. Ahora bien, en ningún momento la entonación ha ido hacia arriba o ha ido hacia abajo, que se lo conoce como rising and falling intonation, ¿ok? Ya vamos a ver más adelante los conceptos, pero vamos a ambientarlos aquí primero. Esta oración sigue un proceso natural, si se fijan, un tono así. En ningún momento va como que para arriba o para abajo, simplemente they are married. Es un tono normal. They are married. ¿Qué pasa con la segunda? Okay. What happened with this one, right? Because this is the second one. First of all, what is this? ¿Qué es esto? Fíjense, sus estudiantes les van a preguntar, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es esto? Les van a preguntar. Start with the capital letter and end with, okay, question mark, excellent. Ahora, la oración interrogativa, ¿verdad? Simple, it asked a question, okay? It starts with a capital letter and ends with question mark. So you got it? Pregunta, ¿verdad? Inicia con una mayúscula. Esto es lo que hace en inglés, ¿verdad? Y termina con un signo de interrogación. Ahora, podemos decir, cualquier pregunta, por ejemplo, do you, vale. Vamos a ver, le vamos a preguntar ahora a un caballero, porque le preguntamos a una señorita Johnny, Elian, you're here, sir. No, he's not. Let me see. Adilson Enrique. No, he's not. Let me see. Carlos Alfredo.
Yes, I'm here, mister.
Okay, can you please read this question?
Do you like pupusas?
You sure? ¿Seguro?
I don't know.
No, vamos a ver. En la primera, con una oración creativa, ¿verdad? El tono de voz simplemente es un tono sencillo, ¿verdad? O sea, no cambia mi tono de voz. Como que yo diga, I like to eat pupusas, tranquilo. I like to drink sodas. I like watching movies. No sé. Pero en esta otra, el tono de voz, ¿cómo es? Cambia, ¿verdad? Porque es una pregunta. Cuando nosotros hacemos una pregunta, hay que inventarnos a eso. Mi tono de voz cambia, la entonación cambia. Do you like pupusas? Cambia. De esta forma la gente entiende que es una pregunta. A veces, cuando ya usted es avanzado, ¿verdad? No hace la estructura de do you like y dice, do you like pupusas? ¿Me entienden? What happened with this one? What is this? ¿Qué es esto? No van a decir, ahí es donde gritamos. What is this, guys? Okay, let me see. It makes a strong feeling, right? It starts with, sorry, a capital letter and ends with an exclamation point. Termina con un signo de exclamación. Example, let me see. Very good. Excellent. Aunque la oración que me están escribiendo en el chat, quiero ver si me lo mandaron por privado. Yes. Esa oración sí está bien, pero no la quiero poner esa. Vamos a poner otra mejor. Vamos a colocar esta. No quiero poner esa porque ya le voy a explicar por qué no quiero poner esa. No es que sea egoísta, ¿verdad? Simplemente es que ya le voy a explicar por qué. Veamos. Ok, as beautiful eyes. Excelente. Esa estaba buena también. Y vamos a esta más larga. Vamos a ver, ahora se lo vamos a preguntar a una señorita. Let me see. A Viviana Mercedes, que se conectó temprano hoy.
Yes, tell me.
Nice. Can you please read this example? This one.
Okay, what a cute girl I saw this morning.
Are you
Oh,
sure?
no, I
Ajá,
missed the intonation.
ajá.
What a cute girl I saw this morning.
Okay, right. This is when you make a strong feeling, right? You raise the tone of your voice. Ahí es donde se va el raising intonation, ¿verdad? What a cute girl I saw this morning. You got it? No es pregunta. Ojo con la estructura. Empieza con la WH question, pero no es pregunta. Ok, ahora vamos a irnos a esta. Esta tiene diferentes funciones. Aquí le podemos decir ah, it makes a command, right? Or a request. It starts with a capital letter y ojo, and ends, yes, and ends with a period or an exclamation point. Aquí sí, ¿verdad? Puede terminar en punto o puede terminar excellent. La oración, esta oración puede terminar en punto o puede terminar con un signo exclamativo, porque si yo les digo a ustedes, close the door, y le pongo punto aquí, ¿cómo se leerá esto? ¿Cómo interpretan este tono ustedes? Si yo les digo así, solamente les escribo así. Ustedes están leyendo, imagínense, están leyendo, ¿qué? No sé, están llevando alguna materia de lectura como expresión oral o reading and writing, no sé si están llevando algo de lectura, este ciclo, pero los ponen a leer algo y ustedes encuentran esto. ¿Cuál sería su tono? ¿Alguien que lo quiera decir? ¿Será que con ver esta estructura estoy enojado? Yes? No, right? No, I think it will depend on the context. Very good. Sí va a depender del contexto y va a depender del signo. Very good. What about if I write it like this, right? ¿Qué pasa si está así? ¿Cómo es el tono? Stronger, right? Maybe here I am angry or not, right? Aquí podemos leer dos. O que viene alguien, ¿verdad? Y se quiere meter a la casa. Close the door. Pero no me están diciendo lo enojado, sino que están como preocupados. O close the door. Medio enojados. Así es como entendemos la entonación, ¿ok? As I said before, this is not grammar. This is phonetics. And this is the intonation lesson, right? I hope you have learned something new today. Not only the minimal player, but this one. Ahora, tiene una perspectiva diferente de la entonación, ¿verdad? Ahora sí, veamos los conceptos. Some boring concepts that I have here. It says, basic, right? Intonation is a non-verbal method of expressing various meanings, emotions, or situations. Ya lo vimos, con solo los 4 tipos de oraciones, ahora ya entienden eso, ¿verdad? Can you please confirm if you have understood? ¿Me confirman si han entendido? ¿Entendieron? De verdad que se me escapó dejarles esto al inicio de los 4 tipos de oración. Okay, intonation in American English uses the rise and fall rate of speed of pitch, sorry, to accomplish this. Well, you have already watching it over here. Intonation and structure. We have studied the structure. Intonation is very closely linked to grammar. Or, yes, right, it's very closely linked to grammar. Or more specifically, sentence structure. Words. ¿Se dan cuenta? Es similar a la gramática, pero no es gramática, no se van a confundir, ¿verdad? No es gramática, es entonación. Las que son compounds. Es que una compound, por ejemplo, cuando hablamos de compound, esto es más, recuerden que una compound, si les dicen a ustedes, write compound, complex, sentences, ustedes deben de saber que la estructura dice a compound, complex, sentence. Y aquí, es que aquí el detalle es este, miren. Has 4 sentences, okay, having a common meaning. Ese es el detalle aquí, que cuando hablamos de compuesto, hablamos de tipos de oraciones dentro de una misma. Por ejemplo, si es así, les puse complex de un solo, porque la complex contiene así. La estructura sería más o menos así. One independent, one dependent, luego un punto y coma, one independent, coma, one dependent. Así, y aquí cuando hablamos de one dependent, esto es una oración. Y aquí puede variar, puede hacer que esto termine así. ¿Entienden? Ese es el detalle. Ahí está la cuestión. Cuando hablamos de complex, compound y todo eso. Y como son oraciones compuestas, es decir, son varias, puede hacer que termine en punto, no sabemos. A eso nos referimos con las compound complex, siempre. Estas son interesantes. Let me see. Ah, ajá. Me están haciendo preguntas en el chat. Me preguntan, y en el caso que alguien preguntara, ¿verdad? En el caso de que hoy yo pregunté, vaya, miren, existen 4 tipos de oraciones nada más en inglés, ¿ok? Solo en español también, ¿verdad? Solo existen 4 tipos de oraciones. De estas 4 tipos de oraciones existen sus variantes. Ahí entran las compounds, ahí ustedes pueden irse extendiendo. Y ahí podemos encontrar oraciones con predicado nominal, oraciones con ah, objetos directos, indirectos de preposición y de todo eso. Pero al final sabemos, al final del día vamos a reconocer que solo hay 4 tipos de oraciones y que dentro de estas 4 tipos de oraciones pueden existir mm, diferentes formas de escribirlas o decirlas, como las compuestas o las complejas, así como las 8 pares de lenguaje, que también es de tener cuidado, ¿verdad? Como alguien dijo una vez, yo le dije, ¿qué es esto? Le dije, estábamos viendo en gramática comparada, yo le dije, teníamos esto, y le dije yo, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es esto? Le dije yo. Eso fue en el 2018, creo. Le dije yo, ¿qué es esto? Le dije. ¿Y qué es esto? Le dije. Y le acababa de enseñar que solo hay 8 parts of speech, right? Solo hay 8. Y cuando la trató de distinguir, me dijo, este es un article. Bueno, le vamos a colocar de un solo. Definite article. Y el segundo me dijo, es un noun. Y yo le dije, sí, pero no, le dije yo. Lo que pasa es que en las 8 pruebas de lenguaje en ningún momento encontramos eso, encontramos esto. Y es lo mismo que pasa con estas oraciones. En las 8 pruebas de lenguaje encontramos esto. Y dentro del adjetivo, no hay gramática, les trato de explicar eso nada más. No es que me esté metiendo a gramática, porque no quiero meterme a gramática, de verdad. De verdad. Vaya, dentro del adjetivo encontramos, ahí, dentro de los adjetivos, vamos a encontrar a los artículos. Y de estos artículos vamos a tener dos. ¿Me entienden? Es como que tengan un árbol. Está la rama, están las ramitas, están las hojas. Así es esto. No es que cuando me digan a mí, o ¿cuántas oraciones tenemos? Cuatro. Y de esas cuatro pueden haber derivadas. ¿Cuántas pares de lenguaje tenemos? Ocho. Y de esas ocho claramente hay derivados. ¿Entienden? Porque a mí me pueden decir noun, ¿verdad? Esa es una parte del lenguaje, pero yo puedo decir, el noun puede ser subject y puede ser object. ¿Me entienden? Y dentro del object puede tener do, io, no, nop. Imagínense todo lo que podemos agarrar de un simple sustantivo. Por eso, pero dejemos la gramática. Cuando agarro cuerda con la gramática, ok, continue. It says right over here, intonation is very closely linked to grammar, right? That's why we have explained some grammatical topics. Pero no haberlos aburrido con la gramática. Then you have this one, some classic rules, right? Sense level rules, yes, no questions, usually have a rising intonation at the end. Do you want some water? Information of WH questions usually have falling intonation at the end. Got it? Like, when will the package arrive? Let me see. Thank you so much. Continue. Declared sentences also have falling intonation at the end, right? Intonation makes English more interesting. Ya explicamos la versión declarativa. Apréndansela. Then you have other rules. When listing right items, your pitch should rise at the end of the word for each item, but drop after the last one. Remember, it says your pitch should rise at the end, right, of the word for each item, but drop after the last one. I need a hammer, nails, could, and something. Okay, some classic rules for groups. For example, every sentence can be divided up into a series of short subgroups. For example, my brother bought me a new bicycle. Each of the divisions began with a drop groups. A drop group, sorry. Let me see. Well, what about intonation, right? I think that the most important, you have already learned it. Here you find the statement, right? The listing, equations, where we have study. And here you have some examples. You can read it whatever you want, right? I didn't say he stole the money, right? He stole the money. I didn't say 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 he stole that money. I didn't say he stole the money. You got it? It's gonna be depending on you, right? About the context. Va a depender de su interés y de su propósito. Cuando usted está hablando, usted lo hace a cada rato. Usted cada rato sube y baja el tono de voz. Quizás no se da cuenta porque no es que no prestemos atención a ello, pero lo hacemos en cada momento. Vamos a la cocina, a alguien se le va a caer un vaso, le gritamos, subimos el tono, ¿verdad? O estamos tratando de enfatizar, por ejemplo, en este caso, I didn't say stole the money. Yo, así, yo no dije, ¿verdad? Okay, yes, the mother's right. It's true. Nice. Very good. Well, guys, let me see. I hope you have learned, right? something for intonation today. And now, guys, I need to have your, let me see. Yes. Bueno, momento. Vaya, ahora vamos a estudiar aquí. Veamos esto. Si no lo pueden ver, me dicen. Esta es la habilidad 3, ¿verdad? Skill number 3 from the TOEFL test, listening part. Vamos a ver la habilidad 3. Ya vamos a estudiar la habilidad 3 en este momento. Vale. La idea es que usted pueda practicar, ¿verdad? I hope you have downloaded the PDF. Ya descargaron esto, ¿verdad? Y lo escaneé y se lo subí a la plataforma porque ya lo voy a quitar para poner los audios. No puedo poner las dos cosas a la vez. No lo trae incorporado el libro. Pero dice así, miren. Avoid similar sounds. Eso es lo que va a decir su skill. Pero yo ya sé que cuando me dice similar sounds, ya sé a qué se refiere, ¿verdad? Después de haber estudiado fonética, ahora yo ya sé que similar sounds me están a entender temas como minimal pairs. It says right here. Often the incorrect answers in listening part A are answers that contain words with similar sounds, but very different meanings. From what you hear in the recording program, you should definitely avoid these answers. Ojo con esto. Prácticamente es el concepto de los minimal pairs, ¿ok? It says right over here, it's had similar sounds, but very different meanings. Minimal pairs, right? But what is happening right over here? You have to understand the context and phrases. Veamos, in the recording you hear, en el audio usted escucha. Imagínense que le toca tomar el examen hoy. Why couldn't Mark come with us? He was searching for a new apartment. What does the woman say about Mark? Ojo, la palabra que nos va a intentar confundir es searching. Un tip right o un consejo es que la persona que habla de segundo, ¿verdad? O del second speaker es la que nos da la respuesta en el examen de la 1 a la 30. Bueno, digamos que de la 1 a la 25 o 25 de 1 a 30, ¿verdad? Porque siempre hay 5 que se ocupa entender de la primera. Pero si usted desarrolla la habilidad de entender bien al segundo hablante, no va a tener problemas. Okay, what is the answer for you? What is the best answer? Well, you have it right there, right? It says, in your test book, you read, he was in the department office. Ojo, apartment, department. It's not the same, right? He was looking for a place to live. He was working on his research project. ¿Con qué palabra? Research, searching, okay? He had an appointment at church, searching. Excellent, letter B, right? And letter B is the best answer because it says he was looking for a place to live. Nice. Did you have these ones? Yes, you want to say something? ¿Alguien quiere decir algo? Yes, research looking for. Nice. ¿Le van entendiendo, muchachos? Muchachas, apartment to live. Excellent. Sigamos. It says in here, identify keywords in the second line of the conversations. These are just strategies, right? To avoid similar sounds. Second one, identify words in the answers that contain similar sounds. And don't choose these answers. Vaya, en el examen, tenemos que hacer lo siguiente. Todas las palabras. Usted escuchó el segundo speaker, ¿verdad? todas las palabras que suenen como estas, searching o apartment, acá no son las correctas. La correcta es la que no suene igual. Vale, les he regalado una habilidad. ¿Cómo responder la habilidad? ¿Verdad? 3. Cuando estamos con los minimal pairs en el TOEFL test, vamos a elegir la que no suene igual. Por eso se dice que el examen es de habilidad. No es si sé o no sé hablar inglés. A veces hay gente que no puede hablar mucho, la verdad. No es que sean muy buenos para hablar y lo pasan. Okay, continue. In this exercise, underline keywords in the second line of each short conversation. Then underline words with sound similar to these keywords in the answers. And choose the best answer to each question. Okay, so let me see. Vamos a ver. Probémonos. Vamos a regalarle la número 1 a Josué Velázquez. ¿Está aquí José Velázquez? Are you here, José Velázquez? No, he's not here. Let me see. No, we can't listen to you. Sí, sí. Okay, nice. Ya la leyeron. Nice. It says, I heard that Sally just moved into a new big house near the beach, right? But Sally doesn't have a cent. Ojo, el segundo hablante tiene la respuesta. El primero no. El segundo hablante dice, but Sally doesn't have a cent. Miren, esta no puede ser porque tiene cents de un solo, ni la he traducido. Esta tampoco puede ser porque tiene cent, el verbo, de un solo, queda descartada. Esta no puede ser porque tiene set, de un solo, queda descartada. Por lo tanto, es la C. You right? Excellent, Celine, nice. ¿Se dan cuenta cómo nos ayudan los minimal pairs aquí? Solamente que en el TOEFL la habilidad nos pide que evadamos. Que todos los que suenen similares no son. El que no suene similar, esa es. Por eso es que si usted toma el examen y sabe reglas como estas o habilidades como estas, se le hace un poquito más sencillo. Ok, let me see. Vamos a ver a quién le preguntamos. A ver si contesta. Let me see. Raquel Lizama, you here? Are you next?
Yes, I'm here.
Nice. Okay, now yours. It says, did they get the new car they wanted? No, they lacked the money. Which one?
Morning. Okay, I can listen well, so can you repeat it, please?
Okay, this is the second one. The second one. The
Yeah.
second one says, okay, did they get the new car they wanted? No, they lacked the money. Which is the best answer for you?
Oh, what does the man mean?
Uh-huh.
He maybe doesn't have the money anymore.
Letter D.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice. Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ok, si se fijan, en todas las primeras respuestas, lacked, looked, ok, and this one says, licked here, right? No pueden ser porque tienen sonidos similares a las que menciona el segundo hablante. Y la última, nada que ver. They didn't have enough money to buy another car. Nada que ver, ¿verdad? Lejos de los minimal pairs. I have a question here. It says, pero con listening será difícil identificar los minimal pairs. Ya lo vamos a poner. Ya vamos a poner los listenings. Estos son los primeros 3 que son así, ¿verdad? Leídas. Luego vienen los listenings y va a ser difícil identificarlos, pero eso va a depender también de mi vocabulario, ¿verdad? ¿Cuánto vocabulario también tengo en mi mente? Aquí vienen los audios. Okay, number 3. Let me see number 3. Let's see. Daniel Ulises, no le he preguntado, ¿verdad, Daniel Ulises?
No, mister.
Okay,
And
nice.
the answer is the number B.
Okay, letter P, let me see. Have you finished packing yet? You should call the porter to get the suitcases. They need help. Very good, nice, excellent. Evadimos todos los sonidos similares, ¿verdad? Del segundo hablante, pack, and suitcases and portable in here. Nice. Si se fijan, en la B no hay ni un sonido similar. Yes, Eileen. Recuerden, como esto no es una evaluación, ¿verdad? De cuadros, solamente agarren un cuadernito o una página que tengan ahí a la mano y vamos de la 1 a la 10. Vamos a trabajar de la 1 a la 10 en este momento. Voy a quitar el libro y van a ver ahorita nada más que voy a proyectar donde tengo el audio para que lo puedan escuchar. Así que ustedes deben de tener descargado esto. Yo se lo subí ayer y les dije, ¿verdad? Que lo tenía que tener descargado. Coloco el audio y prestemos atención. Creo que ya pueden ver. Ok, vamos acá. Solo permítanme hacer algo. Ok, ahora sí. Exercise 3, right? Vamos. 1, 2, 3. Permítanme. Sí, creo que sí. Permítanme, voy a volver a poner el audio porque creo que se ha pegado.
Longman Preparation Course for the TOEFL Test. The Paper Test. By
Ok, ahora sí. Ready. 1, 2, 3.
number 10.
Would you recommend the
Esa
hotel
no
where
es,
you
esa no
stayed
es.
in New
It's not
York?
this one. It's not
The
this
hotel
one.
provided service that was unequaled.
What does the man say about the hotel?
Okay, now.
Can you please repeat that?
No. That's why it's not part of these ones. Lo que viene sí.
Okay.
Ok, ahora sí. 1, 2, 3.
TOEFL Exercise 8. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should be particularly careful of double negatives.
No,
Number-
permítame. Puse el que no era, permítame.
Cassette 1.
Was fortunate to get a scholarship.
What does the man mean? TOEFL Exercise 3. In this
Okay, now yes.
TOEFL Exercise 3. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should be careful to avoid answers with similar sounds. Number 1.
How long until you'll be ready to leave?
First, I need to water the grass.
What does the woman mean? Number 2.
Do you think I should buy this sweater?
But it doesn't really seem to fit right.
What does the woman mean? Number 3.
Is Walter's job near here?
Walter's been commuting to Boston on a regular basis.
What does the man say about Walter? Number 4.
Did Bob memorize every detail in the chapter?
He wasn't able to master the lesson.
What does the man say about Bob? Number 5.
It's so sad what happened to the animals.
Yes, it is. Whenever there's a forest fire, many animals die.
What does the woman mean? Number 6.
Do you want to take a look in the store?
You bet. The shoes are on sale for $20 a pair.
What does the man mean? Number 7.
Why didn't Tom come with us this afternoon?
He was attending a required biology lab.
What does the man mean? Number 8.
Why are you waiting here by the front door?
The mail should arrive at noon, and I'm expecting something important.
Why is the man waiting? Number 9.
Do you think it'll rain today?
I heard on the news that a bad storm is heading in.
What does the man mean? Number 10.
Is there any way I could help you with dinner?
Would you mind chopping vegetables for salad?
What does the man ask the woman?
Ok, nice. Les voy a dar las respuestas. ¿Cuántas tienen que tener malas? 2. 2 malas para el puntaje del licenciado, ¿verdad? If you wanna get your telephone right, one day you have to get just 2 incorrect. So you ready? Can I give you the answers right now? You can see.
Yes.
Very good. So number 1 is C. Number 1 is C. Number 2, A. Number 2, A. Number 3, V. Number 3, V. Number 4, B. Number 4, B. Number 5, B. Number 5, B. Number 6, C. Number 6, C. Number 7, C. Number 7, C. Number 8, V. Number 8, V. Number 9, A. Number 9, A. And number 10, C. Number 10, C. You got 2 or none incorrect. ¿Tuvieron 2 o ninguna?
I got one
1,
incorrect.
nice. Who you are? ¿Quién habló?
Sailing.
Okay, sailing, nice, very good, excellent. Let me see. Number 3 is V. Nice. What are the rest ones? ¿Y el resto? Okay. The rest ones, just 3 people had words today for this example, the TOEFL test. Solo 3 de ustedes me han escrito. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. Si no se preocupe si tuvieron varias, ¿verdad? No pasa nada tampoco. Es como cuando vamos al doctor y nos dan un diagnóstico, si no era la cabeza y me dicen, mire, deje de comer tales cosas como, o deje de tomar soda porque eso le afecta. Aquí es lo mismo, ¿verdad? Ahora, yo me evalúo y digo, bueno, tengo que estudiar un poco más. Les voy a leer qué decían. Vamos a ver. Permítame, les voy a leer cada una de ellas, así rápidamente. Okay, number 3. Number 1 says, how long until you'll be ready to leave? ¿Cuánto te falta para estar listo para irte? Para salir, perdón. First, I need to water the grass. Why? Eso dijo el primero. ¿Sí? El primero dijo, wait a moment. Okay, number 1 says, porque el segundo hablante tiene la respuesta. First, I need to water the grass. Water the grass. You understand now? How long until you'll be ready to leave? ¿Cuánto te falta para irte, verdad? Primero, debo regar el césped. You got it? Ojo. Ahí tiene usted las respuestas para que las vaya comprobando. Number 2. Do you think I should buy this sweater? ¿Crees que debo de comprar este suéter, verdad? Y le responde, but it doesn't really seem to fit right. El segundo, but it doesn't. But it doesn't really, let me see. But it doesn't really seem to fit right. Eso le dijo el segundo. Pero parece que no te queda. But it doesn't really seem to fit right. Is Walter jobs near here? El trabajo de Walter está cerca de aquí. Y le responde, Walter's been commuting to Boston on a regular basis. Quizás, estas palabras nuevas para ustedes. Por ejemplo, dijo así, miren, Walter's, let me see, been commuting Boston on a regular basis. Aprendamos esto. Y esto sí lo tenemos que aprender, ¿verdad? Miren, la palabra commuting. Commuting significa a un recorrido que usted realiza en un trayecto. Por ejemplo, fuera mi caso, ¿verdad? Si yo dijera, my community is driving from Ucuapa to San Miguel. Eso es un trayecto. A eso se le llama trayecto, la trayectoria que una persona realiza para desplazarse de un lugar a otro. Y acá usted tenía la respuesta. Walter has been commuting to Boston Se ha estado desplazando a Boston de forma regular. You got it? No, no, no. This one is not necessary. No van a subir esto al campus. Ok, esto es pura práctica. El que esté en el campus es más listening, más práctica para ustedes. Ese sí lo van a subir. Pero este no se preocupen. Aquí estamos practicando para que aprendan los minimal pairs, pero de otra forma. Number 4. Did Bob memorize every detail in the chapter? He wasn't able to master the lesson. Ojo. He wasn't. Wait a minute. Okay, it says he wasn't able to master the lesson. Así decía el segundo hablante. He wasn't able to master the lesson. No fue capaz de dominar la lección. Okay, another one. Says number 5. It's so sad what happened to the animals. Yes, it is. Whenever there is a forest fire, many animals die. Bien, acá, si a alguien le salió malo, estaba hablando de lo que le pasó a los animales. Y decía, whenever. Bueno, primero decía, yes, it is, ¿verdad? Luego, whenever there's a forest fire, many animals die. Esto del sigue el segundo hablante, porque el segundo hablante es quien da las respuestas. Then you have these ones. Number 6. Do you want to take a look in this store? Aquí quizás esto es más que todo un idiom. ¿Saben qué significa esto? Traducido al español, you bet. Eso decía, you bet. The shoes out on sale for $20 a pair. The word is you bet. The word you bet means in Spanish like, juras vos, ¿verdad? Cuando decimos así, mira, quieres entrar a esta tienda, pero es bien cara. Juras vos, dice la gente. Yo sé que ustedes hablan así habla el salvadoreño, es para que lo entiendan bien. You bet. Next one, number 7. Why didn't Tom come with us? Yes.
Can you repeat again what does it mean, you bet?
You bet, si lo ponemos de forma académica, sería como ni lo sueñes, ¿verdad? Pero nosotros los salvadoreños no decimos ni lo sueñes, como decimos, juras vos, cosas así. Como cuando, mira, veamos una película de miedo, juras vos que voy a ver una película de miedo. Ese es el you bet, es un idioma. Otro similar a este puede ser, miren, por si no lo sabían, I'll say. ¿Saben qué es el say? No me van a decir yo digo o yo diré. I'll say. ¿Saben qué es el say? I'll say, dice la gente. Ok, si no lo saben. ¿De verdad? O yo también. Por si no lo sabían. Hay que memorizarlo. Porque esto ya es un poco más avanzado. O también está, oh my. Ni te creo. Pueden buscarlas. No prob. Son palabras que les van a salir. No prob. No hay problema. Son common words, right? No prob. Oh my. También está you're crazy. Es lo mismo que decir you are crazy. Just some common words, right? Some common expressions that you can learn, memorize. Vaya, esto es para su banco, ¿verdad? Apréndanselas, de verdad. Les van a salir. a veces por esta cosita me puede salir mala o por esta me puede salir mala una pregunta. Imagínense qué dolor que por esto me salga malo, solo porque creo que esto dice diré, porque todo lo que will hace que todos los verbos terminen en era o re. Entonces dice yo diré, no, ¿verdad? No es así. Okay, then you have, let me see. After this one, why didn't come? Okay, he was attending a required biology. Oh, eso estaba fácil. Next one, it says, why are you waiting here by the front door? The mail should arrive at noon and I'm expecting something important. También creo que estaba sencilla. Then you have, let me see, do you think it rained today? I heard in the news that a bad story is heading in. Bueno, palabra, ¿verdad? Heading in, acercándose. Okay? It's like coming. Acercándose. Heading in. Let me see. The last one. Is there any way I could help you with dinner? Would you mind chopping vegetables for a salad? Estaba sencilla también. Well, esas son similar, ¿verdad? Now, hay más, de hecho. I got the books, I got the audios. If you want to practice, if you want to continue working by yourself, right, after the classes, you can do it. I can't unload the book on the platform because it's very heavy, right? And the platform doesn't like support this. But if you want to continue practicing, you want to continue working like autonomous, right? I can send to you books and the audios if you want to practice, right? If you don't want to practice, it's okay. So guys, we had finished right now our class. I don't know if you have any questions so far. No questions? No questions, guys?
No questions.
Nice. Okay. So have a nice day. God bless you. Goodbye. Take care.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.